we're back. To be honest, before we were like rudely interrupted, to be honest. Got a power outage for some reason. The lights kept flickering off and on and off and on. It was mad annoying. Literally when I tried to stream, like, when I'm trying to stream basically, it just goes like, nope, you're not allowed to try streaming. You're set to fail. Anyways, we're back. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Probably the most recent one. You don't think you have the words to help the situation, but instead, you reach across the table and take Genji's hand onto yours. He seems surprised, but when you meet his gaze with a smile, he relaxes. He squeezes your hand, taking a deep breath to steady himself. Thank you. I'm sure I feel much worse if you weren't here. It's the least I can do. You mean that literally holding his hand was probably the easiest and least expensive thing you could have done all night? Let's eat, huh? Your food's getting cold. The two of you finally enjoyed your night as it was supposed to go. You don't know how Genji eats with his mask on, but every time you look away, more food disappears from his plate. You assume it's getting into his mouth one way or another. By the time you're done eating, Genji seems happier than ever was. You're glad the evening is going more positive direction. Hey, I wanted to ask you about something. Shoot. How about you were feeling about going somewhere special for our next date? As Genji sweats profusively. Anywhere is special to me. Sure. That one doesn't earn you any points with Genji, but makes him blush, and isn't that worth more than any kind of gameplay progression? I was hoping we could go somewhere that's really special to me. How would you feel about a trip to Nepal? What's in Nepal? It was a very important place in my growth as a person. This may surprise you, but an isolated mountainside helped me find peace. There's more to it, obviously, but I figured that I could explain it when we got there. Sure, I can't wait to hear about all your backstory. Okay, I'll see you there. Hopefully it'll be really special. Had a lot of fun tonight. Thanks again, Link. Genji departs from his restaurant, and you're left alone. Well, as alone as you can be, when you're haunted by a vassal of valentines. Another date down, with a third to come. Most impressive, Link. Thanks, how do you think Genji and I are doing? He seems to be incredibly happy with you. Not to tempt fate, but I suspect it would be difficult for you to lose his affection now. Nice, we got it. But there's still another date in your future. Do what you can to prepare. I sense this one will be the most important of all. Let's go. You ascend to the snowy mountains of Nepal. The cold rudely seeps through your every layer of clothing you wore. It's hard to believe that after a few days ago, well, we'll believe just a few days ago, you were telling jokes in a comedy club, and now this is what's expected of you to keep this relationship going. As you're trudging along, Cupid appears again. Thankfully, you know his deal by now. Or do you think you know, seeing how things go to hypothermia? Link, I need to stress how important this day will be, Clearly, you are important to Genji. He would not have brought you here otherwise. So just be sure to do everything your best this time. So you didn't like Genji. You know, when we first met, you seemed to be like you really didn't like Genji. Well, I do believe he is foolish, stubborn, immature, and vain. You have reminded me that there's a good side to him as well. And while that good side is buried, very beneath his flaws, it is there nonetheless, so I must thank you, truly. Aw, he's crying. Aw, Cupid, you sound all sappy. Don't tell me this is a teaser for a secret Cupid path in this dating sim. Don't be ridiculous. If there was a secret Cupid path, do you think I would truly advertise it so freely? Besides, a path of that nature would be difficult to unlock. You would need to successfully win the hearts of both heroes to show your commitment to love. Hypothetically, of course. Dating Hanzo. Of course, hypothetically. But enough about hypotheticals. We have a date to get about. Hurry up now. Alright, let me just take a quick bite. Oh, it's really cold today for some reason. Not because we're in Nepal, but like, RL it's really cold. So I took a bite of pizza. With Cupid's vote of confidence, you continue your journey up the mountain. Eventually you arrive on a quaint little village. Genji is there to greet you. Honestly, you don't even understand why you can't travel together. Link, you made it. What did you think of this hike? It really wasn't worth it. To be honest, I was expecting a little bit more in exchange for getting frostbite. Genji looks a little bit disappointed. Perhaps it does not look like much, but this place is truly special to me. I hope I can show you why. Come for a walk with me. Glad you take Genji's arm. He leads you around the village, and you can't help but bask in every sight. It's truly beautiful. Certainly not the kind of place you want to be hosting a 5v5 King of the Hill cough style combat. But what's more beautiful than the village itself is the way Genji glows while taking you through it. Recounting memories of the time he spent here, he tells you everything, from the story of how he first arrived here to his tales of his most trying meditations. After strolling a while, Genji takes you to some old accommodations that housed him through his time in Nepal. Though he was absent for some time, the room is still clearly his. There's an old mattress, a haori. I have no idea. What is a haori? And a framed photograph of Genji with his brother, taken years ago. Oh, that's young Hanzo and young Genji, Sparrow. Genji goes to saying something, but something else speaks first. Genji, you have arrived. Is that Chibi Zenyatta, or the cute spray, repurposed? I hope you have a safe journey, my student. It's Zenyatta. How sad it is that the only place you can get Zenyatta content these days is the explicitly non-canon Dating Simulator, that one short story. Well, maybe something will happen with that Ramatra guy soon, who knows. I guess they're kind of all omnics or like cyborgs and stuff. I'm not too into like Overwatch lore. Oh shoot, I skipped him. You're ready for a trek through the snow-covered mountains, but this is basically like meeting Genji's parent. Is that weird for a third date? Doesn't matter. It's happening. Now it's up to you to deal with it. Give him a fist bump. Let's go. You reach your close fist out to the metal monk. To your utmost surprise, he hits you with the sickest fist bump you've ever experienced. Absolutely radical. Pleasure, Liku. I'm glad to see you survive the journey here. Aw, Zenyatta's a bro. You're going to ignore the threatening aura of that sentence and let him keep talking? It's rare for Genji to have company here. I said he must be quite fond of you. Oh, I certainly hope so. Master, you're embarrassing me. I'm sure your companionship will mean a great deal to him. He has always struggled to accept himself. Perhaps the acceptance of another will help him along his path. You never realized how much your company might mean to Genji. To think that just a few nights ago you were planning to enjoy the comedy club styles that literally anyone in New York City by yourself. Now it's entirely possible that you're changing the life of an Overwatch agent. I believe. I sense I have surpassed my annual screen time allotment. I'm afraid I'll need to depart. Please take my greatest blessing and enjoy the rest of the remainder of your time here. two of you say goodbye to Master Zenyatta, and when you're left alone, Genji's previous exuberance has gone, replaced with contemplation. Something on your mind, Genji? Just thinking about what my master said. He was being truthful, you know. Spending time with you has done a lot to help my sense of self. But I have to wonder, do you really think it's possible to know your true self? Well, to be honest, that's a far deeper question than you would ever expect from us on silly dating sim you signed up for. But you come this far, right? What's the harm in doing one more question? And that's really one more, but I believe this will be your last chance to win. Use it wisely. What do you think? Can one know their true self? Not sure, but you can try. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but I always think it's worth working to try and find out who you really are. Otherwise, what's the point of it all? Chose the wrong answer. I think you might be right, no, but when I ended up this one, my brother trails off. Cupid watches him intently, his brow knit with pain. I felt so much guilt that I would look at myself every day, despise the person that would look back at me. Oh no. But as much as it hurt, I had to look, or else I could not have grown from who I was. Perhaps I'll never know my true self, but you are right. I must always try to see who I really am. Thank you. I'm glad to know you feel the same. I've enjoyed spending too much with you lately. It has been a long time since I allowed myself to get so oh no, we failed, but I missed. I feel some guilt that you have not seen the real me. Oh no. Well, we've been spending so much time together. You've only seen me with the oh, okay, we did it. And although my mask is extremely epic, that's not the true me. It really is cool though. I know, right, but still. Genji takes your hands into his green visor stares back at you. And you wonder what his eyes might look like beneath. Link, can I show you who I truly am? Except Genji's love. Of course I love you, Genji. Alright, hell yeah, we got it. We're in, boys. Genji puts his hand over his heart, shocked but not disappointed in your confession. After returning to reality, he chuckles under his breath. It's funny, it seems like I can deflect anything but love. It's Symmetra's beam. And beams. I like how it was like this. But mostly love. With great care, Genji reaches for his mask. He hesitates, but then he eventually builds his strength to remove it, showing you his true face beneath. Genji, you're beautiful. If you believe so, it must be true. It took me too long to overcome terms with who I am. Knowing that you'll accept me makes me confident that I was worth this time. I know my true self still loves you too, Link. You have embarked on the journey of love and found what you desired at the end. Love takes many forms, and it's always true. May you cherish this love with Genji forever and always. I found love in Midtown. You wooed Genji, a full-hearted effort. Nice. Turn to main menu screen. Rewards. Genji's piece, nice. Redeeming this reward may refresh this page. You may return to the screen at any time and redeem the earned rewards. Nice. Got the Genji piece. Nice, how do I... How do you go back? Oh, it's a different tab, that's why. That's why. It's a different font. Oh, new game. So we're just gonna skip this. So we've already done this already. Let me play. The link again. Skip. Let's go. So we basically went through the Genji route. Now hopefully we'll do the Mercy route. Mercy is a genius doctor, genius scientist, genius inventor. No matter how many times you blink, she's still there, and you're completely... I'm just starstruck this time. Starstruck. You're amazed that she can be seen in public without hordes of DPS players begging her for healing. I mean, I don't think it's just healing, I think it's like res. Just res me. Res! Mercy being a moth. It's just like them to be nowhere near their healer though, huh? You love to get an autograph, and maybe a handshake, and maybe she'll say your name. So we've already seen this. So it's just the weird Hanzo. Sure, let's go. Win the heart of Mercy. He arches his eyebrow. To win her heart, you must arm yourself with the power of knowledge. How much do you really know about Mercy? Not much. Is he actually setting a trivia quiz here? I'm waiting. So why are trivia questions important to winning Mercy's heart? I expected more from the champion love than dating sim tropes. If you prefer, you can test your knowledge on the medical sciences. Maybe you should, I might surprise you. Oh, perhaps we should discuss something more nebulous, like why Null Sector is attacking the world in the upcoming story missions. Oh shoot, is that a secret, like, thing in the PvE, basically? Or is that, like, the event? You know, the crisis events that happen? Maybe that's that. The Overwatch dev team hasn't even released those details yet. That's not fair. Holy shoot. True, do you know what might be fair then? Trivia. Trivia about Mercy should be fair, even if it is, some might say, a trope. Could I look on one thing over the Overwatch fan wiki first? You cannot, now. What is Mercy's real name? That's his link. Incorrect. Her real name's Dr. Angela Zeiger. Don't forget the doctor. Oh, Angela, like angel. I just now get that. May the gods have mercy upon you. What is her favorite food? Chocolate? Close, but not quite. She loves Swiss chocolate. There wasn't an option for Swiss chocolate. Shame. Now, next question. What is Zeiger's field of research? Healing, duh. Healing. Incorrect again. I don't not think Zeiger would find the Dr. Ziegler would find your attitude appealing. She's a pioneer in the applied nanobiology, more specific, biotic technology. Same difference. Matters to the heart. Details matter. This is ridiculous. I should just go over and talk to her. You are barely holding a decent conversation with me. Guiding you may prove more difficult than I thought. But do not worry, my magical powers will evaluate you above your competence. Wait, I thought there was no magic in Overwatch setting. No more questions? Now Mercy has a highly accomplished woman. What would impress her the most? I thought you said no more questions. After this one. Tell me the most important thing about you. Tell her how many hours I've clocked in Overwatch 2. Impressive. Say it out loud and proud with this. Oh shoot. He hands you a mic. The mic they use for open mic night at Laugh Attic. Click. The spotlight illuminates you. Mercy turns her head. She's looking at you. Guess how many hours I've clocked in Overwatch 2? The crowd clears his throat, chairs squeak. He whispers, I don't think people got this joke. It wasn't a joke. I know, but this isn't your comedy club, where hopeful fools tell jokes and she's waiting. But here goes nothing. Why doesn't the surgeon like operating on elbows? He paused dramatically for effect. She swore to do no arms. Oh, no harm. The audience's silence goes beyond mere description. It's like a being vast, timeless, hateful. It bears down you on with a deadly intent. Then Mercy laughs, a full-on chain-snorting laugh. The exhilaration hits you like a damage-amplifying beam. I wonder if they're gonna remove that. A well-timed resurrect. But she should probably get her sinuses checked, though. Oh gosh. You sit down at a near-to-eye table, glowing. Out of the corner of your eye, Mercy stands and heads over to you. Hello. Please don't talk to me or I'll explode. Oh gosh. Mercy cocks her head in confusion. You know, from nervousness, not actually exploded was a joke. I guess that one didn't hit land. You can't die from a panic attack, although it can lead to cardiovascular disease. Good to know. The heart is a complex organ. Tell me about it. I would, but this is turning into a medical consultation. You're smart and funny and OP. Mobility and overpowered are not the same thing. Mercy was not a mere meta at the time of writing this. Please be more merciful as she is by the time of this release. Oh, that's a good one. That was supposed to be a compliment. I know, I'm just tired of being admired, tired of being loved, uninspired. Was that a reference? Yes, I'm surprised you made it past revisions. I'm surprised this is a dating sim that even exists. True. Indeed, too. Speaking of dating sims, we should probably proceed to the next date. I was thinking of doing something fun like dinner at a fancy restaurant. I'd love to join you. Let's go. Mercy smiles. You could die from happiness right now. She would just resurrect you back, though. Fantastic. I'll be meeting you at Cafe Azur at Circuit Royale. Oh, Circuit Royale Cafe. She walks to no, floats away. You can't believe you're gonna have dinner with Mercy tomorrow. Wait a minute. Circuit Royale? It's not in Midtown. You wanted to make it time for dinner tomorrow? You better queue up now. How do you think things— oh, queue up now, I get it. Queue into like Circuit Royale and Overwatch 2. You did quite well. You anticipated her feelings and interests and you're off to a fine start. The first date is finished, but the journey ahead is long and fraught in peril. We'll endure these trials together. Luckily, the hopeful future in Overwatch is a variable, reasonably priced transatlantic train. You arrive in Monaco in a few short hours. I thought we were trying to queue in for Overwatch 2. Supercars zip by in the distance. The aroma of a high-end dining wafts from nearby tables. The menu in front of you, and you're cursing yourself for skipping French class in all those years ago. It's exactly 3 minutes and 2 seconds past the time of your dinner date. Mercy's still nowhere to be found. Maybe she's changed her mind. Maybe there's an international crisis somewhere that she had to go to. Maybe she's just running fashionably late, Cupid says. 3 minutes and 58 seconds and counting now. 4 minutes and 19 seconds, she must hate you. Are you going to eat this breadsticks or just let them sit there? I'm so sorry. She's flustered, having to rush over here. I was working on a new dissertation, and I wasn't keeping track of the time. I got here as fast as I could. Do forgive me. Happens to the best of us. Well handled. Really, shouldn't I be honest and tell her I almost had a meltdown? Consider saving that for a dessert course. Mercy smiles and sits down. Have you ordered yet? This place has a fabulous Bendefre French name. I mean, to be honest, like, French, I'm pretty sure, like, half of these vowels are silent, so I actually generally have no idea. Like, Begdits de Fleur. I think that's fleurs, because, like, bro de fleur, probably. Fried zucchini flowers. You take a deep breath and nod and look back at the menu. What if we order the chicken nuggets? We order the chicken nuggets. I hope they're dinosaur chicken nuggets. You remind me of a friend I had. They also like chicken nuggets who are shaped like dinosaurs. Oh, that's so cool. The chicken nuggets arrive. They're soggy, but they look like brontosauruses, so you give the chef your compliments. Silence falls down as you two eat. A bit awkward during the dinner dates, but you can't decide whether you should converse or eat, or while eating and spring your date with freshly chewed food. Cupid groans. Are you truly such an amateur? Start a combo. What do I talk about? Something about her. What kind of hobbies do you enjoy? I like volunteering at clinics around the world and collecting crystals. Non-canonically, of course. Like, non-canonically healing crystals. My favorite is the rose quartz. Represents love, healing, and compassion. It represents love, healing, and compassion, right? Right! You five-head Cupid. Mercy looks at you concerned. You forgot that you can only see him. My godly knowledge and love does not cover how to recover from such tomfoolery. So helpful, just stretching the old Latimus dorsi. Anyways. The dissertation sounds interesting. Tell me more. Do you truly understand the nuisance of medical imaging nanolearning? What if I choose this one? Of course, I read scientific journals in my spare time. You do? You do? Yeah. Wonderful. I've been working on optimizing the resolution for image deep in the tissues to sub-subcellular levels in real time. Reaching this level requires better contrast, improving electron microscopy, better samples, and better convex optimization algorithms for evaluating complex loss functions to digest a massive amount of visual information. We're still not close to the universal molecular atlas because of the massive amount of computing power we need to calculate the angular orientation of the cellular protein complex. I'm pretty sure this guy's talking out of his ass. I don't think this is real. I'm now using a lot of big words that frankly extremely scary, and wow, and you're realizing that I'm like one of the lifeline geniuses that invested in you, hoping that Cupid says something to bail you out. Wait a second. I thought we were the only ones who were able to see Cupid. I would change the subject to something that you can more easily understand. So what have you been up to since Overwatch fell apart? Nothing. Nothing? Nothing of note. Do you miss the missions, the adventure? I'd rather not talk about it if you don't mind. It's not like you had a choice. Well done. I would change the subject to something more positive. I'm just being a hero, like. You know, no one believes me when I say it's not as great as people would think. You know, no one believes in me. The world saw me as Mercy, guardian angel, noble, perfect, but also just Angela Zeiger, like Dr. Angela Zeiger. And I'm not perfect. And when the world saw that, they saw me, they were disappointed. I don't mind being Mercy. If the world needs her, then I'll be there. But I wish they would also welcome Angela. I need you, Angela. She chokes on her sip of water. The other patrons look over, oozing disdainly at her gauche behavior. He distinctly slide a napkin towards her. You okay? Yes, I'm very sorry. Nothing to be sorry about. She looks down, face still pink. Thank you for saying that. It's nice to hear. I'm volunteer at a clinic at Cairo tomorrow. Would you like to see Angela trying to save the world? Cairo, Egypt? So this is basically the newest map. I literally can't miss it unless I stop here. She beams at you and soars away, leaving a lingering scent of perfume. She's GA'd away. Well, perfect to you. Well, one way or another, that date is complete. Thanks so much. How did your night go? She seemed happy with you. Only through some carelessness you'll lose her heart now. But there's still another date in the future. Do what you can to prepare. I can sense this one will be the most important one of all. Oh, let's go. Third date. Well, there's no time to waste. As soon as the airship touched down in Cairo, it was straight to the clinic. It's a modest clinic. Bright and clean. Angela hands you a pair of scrubs and she puts on her lab coats. I think scrubs are like, I don't know, those gloves maybe? Or like the scrubs that you like put in your hair, like to keep the hair out. I don't know. As she tends to the patients, you help as much as you can. Hallway is marked. Paperwork filled and sorted. Supplies stocked. You sit down in the breeze room, exhausted. Angela enters. You straighten up immediately. You must be tired. I'll make you some coffee. Coffee. She hands you a cup of something that looks like coffee. Smells like coffee, but it's not quality coffee. Her genius does not extend to the barbaristial arts, if such exist. Okay, let's make another pot. Your pot smells like someone tortured coffee beans to death. Let me make another pot. You hand her a real cup of coffee. She takes a sip and lets out a bitter sigh. This is pretty good. Just good? She rolls her eyes. Fine, it's better than mine. Somehow, while getting all my degrees, I forgot to take a coffee making class. But thanks to you, this was just the pick-me-up I needed. She pours herself another cup. Nice. We have a busy ship ahead of us, but everyone's telling me that you're a great help. Keep it up. She leaves. Her compliment energizes you more than any cup of coffee. Get back to volunteering. But as you pluck coffee grinds from your teeth, oh no, did I make a shit coffee? Oh no. You recognize that quiet rear voice. You turn around, it's Nano Boost. No one has experienced Angela's coffee and come out smiling the other end. Wait, but didn't I just make another cup? Anna Amari, the legendary sniper, original Overwatch 2 Strike Squad member, the bane of most of your matches with the anti-nades. Unless Kiriko comes in and just cleans out your day. Anna, what are you doing here? Are you hurt? Oh, dearie. I'm always aching somewhere, you know that. But who's this? This is Link, she blushes pink, Mercy pink. Okay, we have to actually go hard on this. Date. Oh, we got her. Date. Hana's eyes pin Mercy in place. Dr. Angela Zyga, are you blushing? Why did Anna turn British all of a sudden? Absolutely not. It's extremely hot in here. Her eyes pierces you. You know those eyes have seen the world's most dangerous criminals in their final moments. And I always told Farah to look for someone who's not afraid to speak up. I'm glad you found someone like that, Angela. It was nice meeting you, Link. She leaves. Angela clears her throat and avoids eye contact with you. I'll see you when my shift ends. You're alone and you're wondering what just happened. Well done, you impressed Anna Amari. Where the heck were you? Where the heck were you? Some mortals frighten the gods, even gods themselves. The important matter is, you impressed a close friend. Anna's opinion you will heavily influence your fate with Dr. Zyger. Speaking of fate, are you ready to see how your journey ends? Pretty confident. Well, we'll see. Do you have a moment? I want to talk about something from you. Well, I guess we follow. Angela leads you to the top floor of the clinic where there's a rooftop terrace with the stunning views of Cairo. Wow. Spectacular, isn't it? I come here often after a long shift. You both take the view in the city. The Nile sparkles orange from the setting sun in the high-rise apartments. Freeways are gathered around at shores. So, what did you want to talk about? I wanted to thank you for these last few days together. You saw me for who I really am. But instead of judgment or expectations, you gave me the humor, compassion, and kindness. And that someone like you exists in the world, it makes me want to believe that a little stronger to fight for something a little bit harder. I want to show you something. Take my hand. Come and see the world from above. Above. Now imagine if Mercy actually had this ability to just rip someone off the ground. I would go anywhere with you. The Valk's wings spread open and Angela takes her hand and soar into the clouds. I've known many heroes, but you are mine. You have embarked on the journey of love and found what you desired at the end. Love takes many forms, but is always true. May you cherish this love with Mercy forever and always. Never. I am a lover and a fighter. Mercy loves you. Follow your heart. Love is in the air for ultimate valentines. Get the legendary Cupid 100 Pondo for a limited time. Oh, wait up a moment. Where am I? Oh, we're in Hanamura. You're in the realm of love, aka Hanamura, Overwatch 1. This looks like that 1-2 CP map, 2 capture points. The love of Overwatch 1 that everyone hated. More than push. Actually, some thoughts differ, but 2CP is obviously worse. That what map? You know, that old game mode from the times before in Overwatch 1. Can you pause your brilliant but for 1 second, please? One more comment. Sorry, get it out of your system. Normally add the other heroes and options. If you'd let me finish, there's about to be a third option. Hanzo blushing. Your devotion to winning the trust and respect of these heroes is admirable. Not only have you brought love to their hearts, but to mine as well. Have this as a token of my respect. Cupid hands you an arrow from his quiver. You take his gift. I don't know what to say except... You're the third option? Oh no. Do you want the Hanzo title reward or not? Oh gosh. Oh, well that's what I'm here for. I thought you weren't Hanzo Shimada. This game is over. Oh. No. To you from Cupid Hanzo. Oh no. Forget the objective, you captured my heart. Oh shoot. I guess we lost that. Did we fail? Oh wait, we got it. I think we got everything. We got Cupid's arrow, Valentine card. Oh, we got everything. Nice. We broke Hanzo's heart anyway, but whatevs. We got all the rewards. Ugh. Well, that was a fun dating sim, to be honest. That was like actually good. Anyways, thanks for joining me. thank you to all the VOD watchers that made it this far somehow, to be honest. And hopefully we'll see you with some other Overwatch content or like Apex or something. Thank you. Bye. This music's so good.